All right, here is my tutorial on iMovie. So I had a movie already kind of pulled up here. This is the one from Shaun T on the National Wake Up Call. So a few things that I want to show you guys is kind of how to really splice things together is what I usually do with a lot of videos. So one thing that I want to show you is adding pictures into videos as you're talking. So somebody asked me the other day, do I record over my picture? And you don't. You can keep your video solid and going, and you can actually take a picture after you've uploaded it into here and drag it down and sit it on top. Okay, so you don't put it in, you sit it right on top. And then when you've done that, then here's what happens.
Part of the challenge, you see people fall to the wayside within the first couple of weeks because of their ability to
you can see how it just continued talking over my picture, which is really cool when you're trying to tell a story and you're wanting to kind of put something visual with it. Also, something to show you guys, when you have a picture, you may have noticed how it kind of went from
people fall to the wayside within the first couple.
From high to low, right? Well, if you click on that image down here and you click on the cropper, you can either fit it to screen, so that way it'll actually show
see people fall to the wayside within
just normal, or you can crop to fill, so it'll actually show just that.
The first couple of weeks because of their ability.
It'll kind of crop it to fill the space. Or the Ken Burns, which is pretty cool, is how it kind of, what does Chris call it? It frames in on you. He calls it something, can't remember what it's called, but basically I can start it anywhere I want. So this is the end box. So let's say I want to start at the bottom, then I'll move the end box to the top and I'll start at the bottom. And so it'll draw it out depending how long the image is. Okay, so the shorter, the quicker that little frame in will be.
See people fall to the wayside within the first couple of weeks because of their ability to not.
So pretty cool, right? And you can do that all over the place. You can put pictures, many pictures, right on top of there as you want. Okay, so
the background, I'm right there leading you through, saying, hey, listen, I know.
Okay, and you can change that. I think it automatically sets it to that Kinsburn, but you can change that with the cropper to fill the space, or maybe you're like, okay, I don't want it to end at my shoes. Let me bring it up here so it doesn't drop all the way to our feet. And so that way, when we go back,
right there leading you through,
it's
saying,
just
hey,
that
listen,
little bit.
I know
and
this
then,
is tough, but you are going to
boom, the picture's done. Okay, so I think that's the biggest thing. Let me delete these out of here. One big thing that I do, and you can bring videos and sit videos down on top of here. And you can lower the voice down here so you can hear nothing. This is actually what I've done with one of Brooke's videos. I recorded my own voice over top of her video, and I actually shortened things. So you could go in and shorten a video and then add in whatever you want to add in and then duplicate that video on the other side. Does that kind of make sense? So I was able to, if I couldn't talk as fast or I wanted to add something in, I was able to shorten that video and put in a transition, and it's kind of hard to explain. It all takes kind of messing with it, but this video is kind of long, but basically, you can shorten and then you can duplicate. So I did a right click. Does that give me the option to duplicate? It may not. Okay, it doesn't. But all you have to do is just drag it. It would be up here. You would just drag the new one back down here. Okay? And you can actually, this is a little technical, but you can actually choose where you want to start. So when I drag it, I'm not dragging my whole entire video up here. I'm just dragging that little section. Okay? Again, just takes a little playing with it. But so say I'm like, oh, I ended off about right here. Let me drag that back. And so I'm not taking the whole frame, which is really nice when you're working with longer videos. okay, instead of having to drag it down. You could drag it down, you just got to make sure you shorten it, when you're back in this part, in the editing part. Okay, so another really cool feature is, so you may be thinking, all right, how do I voice over something, right? And oftentimes I'll go to YouTube and I'll put in a royalty-free music. What I'll basically do is have YouTube playing on my phone, whatever that royalty-free music is, and then I will record it on my computer. So my computer picks up the YouTube from my phone. But it's this little button right here. You'll see a little microphone. If you don't, it says record voiceover. So basically you're voicing over this video. It'll count you down and it'll start wherever you want it to start. So my cursor left off over here. So I'm going to be doing a little talking for Shanti right now. La-di-da-di-da. And then let's see, sorry. I actually had to, let me delete this. There we go. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, this is what I gotta say. And see, now it shows down at the bottom. It shows you it's recording me. I'm recording over Shanti right now. Blah, 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 blah. Done. Okay, so now you go. Okay, this is what I gotta say. And see, now it shows down at the bottom. It shows you it's recording me. So basically all I've done is turn Shanti's voice down. Okay, up here. It's in that area right there. Let's bring Shanti back. So if I didn't do that, okay, this is what I gotta say. And see, now it shows down for Shanti right now. Okay, for some reason it's not bringing him back. Oh, this is the section he doesn't have a voice. Long story, but there's a part of this video he didn't have a voice. But okay, so if I didn't turn it down, we would both.
You're doing push-ups and you're doing a big range of motion in the squats.
We'd both be talking. So you got to make sure you bring the volume down here. Okay. Okay, so that's a big one. That's something really cool you can do with videos, to have music that's better than the music that's in here, because I don't really care for the music that's in here. It's kind of like boring. But there is an area where it says music, and you can add, audio. There you go. So it has some templates already in here. I don't know, that's kind of a weird thing, but there is actual music in here. Where is some music here? Kind of weird, but yeah, so there's tons of little like generic music things in here. Okay, so I showed you that. Let's go back to where we're at. Transition. So let's talk about transition. So let me bring one of my videos down here so I can show you some transitions without them being such long videos. And guys, you can also come up here. There's this little thing right here, and it'll shorten where you can see things all at once. Or if you want to do more pinpointed editing, you want to have it spread out more. So that setting's right up here, okay? Okay, so transitions is up here at the top. You go to transitions. They've got a lot of really cool transitions. It'll actually show you, once you click on them, you can kind of see them over there on that right-hand side. It's so funny because I'm trying to point at the screen like you guys can see me. But it shows you all these really cool transitions. So all you do is click on it and drag it down, and that puts in a little transition there.
And it wasn't until, so let me start.
So if your video is like, oh my God, you stopped a million times, it's okay. You can transition yourself. Transitions are actually nice. They're, visually pleasing to look at. So they're kind of nice, but, and you can add transitions wherever you want to, but they're kind of cool.
The journey got started.
So a lot that you can play with. This one's really kind of cool. So fun, easy. Okay, so I wanted to talk about transitions. I want to make sure I hit everything. Oh, okay, so let me go back to media. This little area right here, if you want to actually record while you're in iMovie, this little arrow, you click FaceTime HD camera. Hey guys, you can see me now, I think. I don't know. My share screen may not pull up this additional screen, but there's a little record button, and you can record yourself. You can actually record yourself, and say you mess up, you're like, crap, okay, let me stop. And then you can start it again, and it'll start you up again and stop. And then when you hit close, boom, there's those videos. And it showed you where I started and stopped at. It basically just created a new clip for me, okay? So then I can come over here, and I can bring these videos in. Now, say you've made a video, and instead of doing a voiceover, I've done this before too, you can actually take your video,
the dental hygiene, and
start you up again. I feel like I could have took my video and start you up again.
It was the same thing.
Oh, I think it was an image. That's what I've done before. I created a video sitting here recording and talking over top of an image instead of doing the voice recording part. So there's a couple ways that you can do it when it comes to an image. But when you're trying to talk over a video, you definitely want to always use the voiceover. But you can also just record a video on Imovie. And then if you're trying to place it, say, over a picture. So let me take this off of here. Let me go back to my pictures. Where is picture that? Okay, so let me drop a picture in here. I can also take a recording and lay it on top of a picture. Oh, crap. No, I can't. That's not how you would do it. Sorry. So you would have to, okay. Sorry. Combobulated over here. So you would have to actually have your picture always has to be layered on top of the video if you're wanting to talk over it. So I would have to put the video in there and then lay the picture on top of it, and then it would do that.
Till
I'll start you up again.
So let me.
Okay. All right. So I showed you that. There's also a speed thing. I don't use this very much, but you can speed up and slow down videos. I don't really do that too much on here. I do it on the iMovie app on my phone a lot with workout videos, but I really only use my computer when I'm making videos that are more professional, that I'm looking to add to my YouTube that share about coaching, or that I make for you coaches. When I use this to make my video about where to next with all the slides. I also use this for the best way to sign up a spouse with all the slides, because I was able to use the slides from Canva and talk over them with doing the voiceover or even the video. But I kind of like doing the video because the video records up top. So if I mess up, I can actually take the video and cut sections out. Does that make sense? So if I'm talking over an image, I can, like when I do a voiceover, I mean, you can do it either way. It doesn't really matter. I've done it both ways, but the voiceover still saves up here too. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. You could really do it either way. Okay, so, you can also fade your sound. So there's this little weird thing right here, and it fades the sound out for you. So
I joined my coach's challenge group, but it wasn't too long after that I decided I wanted to take on my own challenge group.
So I kind of extended it too long, but it makes it go quiet to slow. Let me see if I can grab it again. Let's see.
When I first got started, I joined my coach's challenge group, but it was,
which is really cool. Sometimes when you have music transitions, to make the music fade. That's just kind of a nitpicky thing, but I mess with that sometimes when I'm making videos. All right, guys, I think that's it on my tutorial for iMovie. I hope I didn't leave anything out. I'm sorry, the video is probably a little bit longer than it needs to be because I'm thinking at the same time. Oh, titles. Yes. Let's talk about titles really quick. So titles, titles can be something that you want to add text over top. One of my favorites, I always use these little pop-up bubbles, but I really like those. So you can go in and add little title transitions, or not transitions, but just titles.
I loved fitness. Like I knew that fitness was something that
So, of course, I have to go over here and click on the title. So once I'm clicked on the title, it'll allow me to come in here and type what I want. Danielle, hello. And then you have to click this check button. Anytime, I didn't mention that. Anytime you crop or you add in a transition, you have to click that little check button on the upper right, or it won't change it. So.
I loved fitness. Like I knew that fitness was something that I really enjoyed. And it was kind of like...
And so I can make that go as long as I want or make it as short as I want. Okay, I'm glad I didn't forget that. Hopefully you guys didn't cut out of this too early because I'm starting to end it. But I don't ever mess with backgrounds, just really transitions, titles. Audio, like I said, sometimes I'll use their clips, but I like to really get royalty-free music from iMovie if I'm going to be posting a workout video. And then my media, which is the videos and stuff that you upload. So you can upload videos that you've made on your phone. You can upload pictures, or you can make, like I said, you can export and make the actual video right here. Okay. All right, guys. I hope this was helpful.